Hello, it's Sean, and welcome to Hero of the Table. Today I've got a new project that I'm going to be working on. I've got a Mech Hanger from Iliada Game Studios. I've done some buildings from them before, and this is one that I really like the look of, and I wanted to try to build it and do something a little bit different with it. Got all the pieces here. Comes with little bits for detailing. It's got a nice base with some interesting cutouts on it. The end pieces have got big doors, one on each side, and the walls go on the outside, and a roof as well. So you can see this is, once it's all built, it's going to be kind of closed in, and you won't actually be able to see inside very well, and won't be able to move models around very well unless you leave the top off. Then it still might be kind of tough. But what I want to do is I'm going to cut it in half and kind of make it an open mech hanger. So my plan is to split it down the middle and have it be open. It's kind of big for 6mm. This is a mech from Battletech. It's one of the old plastic ones, but you can see height wise these are kind of big, but I think that will look nice on a table. It'll fit any of the mechs pretty much. At least any of the mechs I've got. I'm sure there's some out there that are pretty big, but I think you can see it'll work well with those, even though it's kind of big. So again, my plan here is to cut this in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the base basically down the middle, trim all these in half, and assemble it so that it's two halves, and I can have an open hanger, mech hanger, for my table. So we've got several different pieces for the structures that give support to the walls. There's 8 of these and 8 of these, so I'm going to use 4 on each side. One of these is going to get put on the inside of the wall, the inside of the end wall. Just kind of goes there. I'm going to use some wood glue to put it down, and then these will get put onto the 2 middle structures, one on each side, and again I'll attach it with wood glue. Gives a little bit of width to it. Just got some watered down wood glue, an old crappy brush. I'll spread that around and hold it in place while it dries. The wall assembly works pretty much the same way. You've got the large piece on the outside, a little bit of wood glue on it, and lay it to the flat wall section. Make sure your doors line up on this so you don't have any problems with that. So attaching the end walls, I just use wood glue, spread a little bit of glue along the bottom, put it into the groove, and then I use this piece of the roof to make sure that it's square. Then I just use some bottles and stuff on my table here to prop the wall up while it's drying. Alright, I set these with wood glue, but these I'm going to set with super glue. I just want it to set quicker, so I'm just going to put a little bit along the bottom, and got a piece that I'm going to use to, once I put it in place, kind of square it up. I'll just put that to the side so I can make sure that it's upright the right way. Next I'm going to attach the roof piece. I cut it in half. I'm going to do it backwards so that the piece that I cut is not in the middle. I'm going to do it to the outside because I like this line here. I think it looks nice. So I've got this ledge here. This wall is not glued in place yet. I'm going to use it though as a guide so that I can make sure this is flush. So I'm just going to do a bead of glue, a couple spots here, put the roof in place, and get it where I want it. Next is to put the outside wall on. I'm going to do the same thing, a couple of dots of glue, a couple of places, and then I'll put the wall in place and get it lined up and hold it till it sticks. Alright, we got these doors that fit on the end. We need to attach those. I'm going to go back to the wood glue for this because it's not as fiddly. Just going to run a little bead around here, put the door in place, and then we've got the cap that goes on top. With the building as a whole, these kind of are doors. You can put them either open or closed. You don't really need to put them on here because of the way it's open, but I'm going to put them on just so it's another little bit of detail on the ends here. Got this open Mech Bay completed. I'll be able to have two of these when I'm done. I'm going to assemble the other side pretty much the exact same way. Next I'm going to paint it. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I think I'll spray it a color, probably gray, and then we'll do some detailing. So we'll see how it looks. I'll put a quick coat of gray primer on this. I use automotive primer. It doesn't completely cover, but it gets most of it down. Now I'm going to paint this. I'm going to do it in some different grays because I feel like it should be kind of industrial looking. So to start with, I'm going to use London Gray. Next up, I'm going to paint the base of the model with Basalt Grey. Next up, I'm going to paint these interior structures with US Dark Green. This will give a little bit of different coloration to the model. Alright, I'm going to paint some of this texture on the sides with burnt red. Alright, I'm going to wash the work pads. I'm going to wash those with dark tone. I'm going to do a little weathering. I've got some dark rust wash from Vallejo, some Agrax Earthshade, and some Seraphim Sepia. I'm just going to do little bits and pieces here and there to try to add some additional detail to the model. going to paint these to look like little hazard stripes. I'm just going to paint them with Averland Sunset. I finished the detailing on this. Nothing special. I'm sure lots of people could do way better with this than what I did, but for a pretty simple, quick paint job, I'm pretty happy with it. The building's nice. As I said at the beginning, and I walked you through it, this is a cut in half building, so the complete structure is twice the size, and it sits here. If you don't put the roof on, you have limited access to the inside. That's why I decided to make it an open Mech Bay. I'm going to have a couple of these. I've actually bought 2 of these buildings, so I'll have 4 of these to put on a table. Be a nice little repair compound, or fit inside of a base of some kind for some scenarios. That'll look nice. I think these will also work nice for 15mm scale games. Here's a little 15mm guy. It'll work nice for a repair bay for that kind of thing, scenarios. Vehicles can pull up in there and get work done or whatever. It's nice to have terrain that works in multiple scales. One problem with it is the doors are pretty small. If you're playing it with 15, just say that the doors are access points or control panels or something, you know, because it's open, you don't need to have that. And even if I built it solid, these big doors could still be the access point. Pretty happy with the overall look. Again, this is from Iliada Game Studios. I will put a link in the description to them. They're on Facebook and they have a website. They're out of Turkey, but they have really nice stuff. The guy that runs that, Ali, he does good work and he's generous with it. If you're interested in any 6mm, 15mm stuff, you should check out his website. I bought this. I didn't get it for free. I'm just plugging him because I like what he does. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this and the other projects that I work on, you can subscribe to my channel. Be sure to click the bell so you get notifications when I post new videos. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. There's links to those in the description. If you have any questions or comments about this, put those in the comment section. Thanks for watching.